All right, so 10 things that I wish I knew when I started traveling as a digital nomad. And I didn't think I would even record this type of video, but oh well, I'm recording it. So I have a list in front of me, 10 things, let's just run through it. Boom. So number one is going to be change your Airbnb at least one time every single month. And this is going to be a game changer. I wish I knew this. When I was starting out, I literally stayed at Airbnbs for like 3 months in a row, like Thailand, 3 months in a row, same little apartment. Where did I go to next? Bali. I think like 3 months, same. I guess it was a pretty nice villa. But either way, change up the place. And this is because like it's gonna refresh your mind, especially if you're working on your laptop in your home or home 24/7 and you're just inside, you're ordering food. You want to just refresh the mind. You can't stay in the same place for so long, especially if it's not like your house, right? So just you're gonna need to refresh your mind. And staying in like one spot for too long, especially if you don't go out, can make you like feel stuck or like uninspired. Like I was in a different place before this. Now I'm in this place. I have an amazing view behind me, which I wouldn't have gotten if I didn't like freaking look for other Airbnbs. And you can even look for them to have like the similar cost. Like for like, let's say you're looking for Airbnbs to be $500 a month and you're gonna stay in another Airbnb for a week, just do 500 divided by 4, which is gonna be like 150 or something like that. I suck at math, I don't know what it is, but pretty much just take that cost and look for an Airbnb that's under that cost or about the same price. Plus, a new environment means new energy for work or just creativity in general. Second thing you want to do is pick areas with great food delivery and restaurants. Now, this is absolutely awesome. And like, bro, if you're in a place where you're like ordering food all the time, or like me, I order food like 2 times a day. But if you're like me and you just order food, you don't really go to restaurants that often, then you want to be in a place where ordering food isn't like $10 per, especially like for me, I'm in Asia, it's gonna be cheap, right? So if you're in a place where like you're ordering food and it's like $10 per meal, especially in Asia, like specifically in Asia, actually, $10 isn't a lot in the grand scheme of things, but like specifically in Asia, then that's like you're too far out, bro. You need to go to a place that's near restaurants, near the type of food that you would actually like. You need to put yourself in a place where there's actually restaurants, where there's food. At least like if you're in a place that's like in the middle of nowhere, at least get friendly with your local farmer. See if he has like some chickens that you can get some eggs from, or some cows that you can like get some meat from, or something. I don't even know. Just pick a place that's like near some restaurants where you can have some good food. And it doesn't even have to be like a busy spot in the middle of the city. It can literally be like, a little out of the city, you know what I mean? And like food access matters more than you think, especially when you're working long hours like I do. And it's because like if you don't have good food, like for me, if I don't have good food, but I'm working a ton, it's like I'm not gonna work well. I need to have a good environment, like kind of like this. I need to have good food, kind of like what's out there. And I can be able to work forever. Literally, good food, good environment. I can just work on what I like doing, right? And making a ton of money. Third thing you want to do is pack lightly. Seriously, like I don't even need to look at my notes for this. When I first started traveling, like I literally my suitcase was huge, huge. It was literally like bulking out. Like it couldn't even fit at the top shelf. I don't even know how they let me do that. But once I was, going international, it was like, okay, this needs to go under the plane. You can't put this on the plane. So that's what I did. And every like country I've been to, it's kind of funny because my suitcase gets smaller by like 10% every country I go to. And it's like, every country I go to with other people as well, it's like it's just going like smaller. My suitcase looks the smallest it's ever been. Pretty sure when I leave here, it's gonna get smaller. Like it's kind of crazy. So just pack lightly from the start so you don't have to like throw away your clothes or anything, because you're gonna realize like you don't need this many clothes. If you're going out every single day, you probably do. But like you can just wear the same thing: black shirt, black pants, brown boots. That's what suits me. That's good for me. Just pack lightly, seriously though, because it's gonna be really annoying traveling with like a bunch of heavy stuff, especially like a suitcase and a backpack. It's gonna hurt your back. And so the fourth thing you want to do is check Wi-Fi speed before booking. Now, this is really important, especially if like you're working online, obviously. And I like this place I'm in now, it has good Wi-Fi speed, but I realize very early in the morning, for some reason, it's a little slower, and like sometimes like barely, but like at rare times in the afternoon, it like gets really slow, and at night it's the best. It's kind of weird, but yeah, just make sure you check the Wi-Fi before booking. Make sure it's actually good. Because like slow Wi-Fi, like slow internet can just ruin your entire workflow, and you already paid for the Airbnb, so it's like they're not going to refund you most likely. It kind of sucks. Just make sure it has good Wi-Fi. Just ask the host, take screenshots if you have to, and like look for reviews mentioning internet reliability. Fifth thing you want to do is understand the local transport and delivery apps. Now, me personally, I don't like taking local like public transport. I just take like Grab, or like I'm in Asia, so it's like Grab. What's the other one? Gojek, things like this. But when it comes to ordering food, of course, you want to know the apps and stuff too. Just understand the apps, because like some places only take cash as well, and some places like literally only take Actually, I don't want to get into it. That's the next point. But just understand the transport and delivery apps because like you need to order food. How are you going to eat if you can't find the app? Unless you're just going to go out every single day to a restaurant, which I don't do. I guess I'm lazy in that way. Sixth thing you want to do is have multiple payment options, especially because like if you have an Amex like I do, and then you try to pay with an Amex at like a restaurant, sometimes they're like, sorry, we don't take Amex. And it's like, all right, cool. I'll just give you my Visa or my MasterCard, right? Sometimes if they don't take MasterCard or Amex, it's like, all right, time to use a Visa card. So make sure you have just multiple payment options. MasterCard is usually going to work, but if you have only Amex, then that's a serious issue. Like actually it's a serious issue. You need to have like a MasterCard or a Visa as well. And just keep a Visa just in case. Get away from me. And you can keep some local cash too, just for emergencies. I realize in Bali, you definitely need some cash as well. So just make sure you have some of that in your wallet. Seventh thing you want to do is learn the basics of visas and stay limits. Now, I've never personally overstayed a visa, and I don't look forward to doing that, and I'm never going to do that. But overstaying is like super expensive and stressful, at least from what I've heard and what I've seen. Like you always want to like at least learn how to like hop the borders, if you know what I mean. Like the Mexicans in the US, you want to learn how to like leave the country, then be able to come back legally, of course. You know, I think I'm not going to continue with this one. Just stay legally in the country and leave when you're supposed to. Eighth thing you want to do is plan for health and safety. So get travel insurance wherever you go, especially if you're going to go out every single day. Like if you're going to go out into the city, go to the beach, if you're going to climb mountains, if you're going to go hiking, something like that, you want to have travel insurance because it's going to hurt. And not just you physically, your wallet's going to hurt. Like if you have to get sick and go to the hospital, your wallet's not going to like that. So just make sure you have travel insurance. That's like pretty no-brainer. If you want travel insurance, there's probably a link below. If not, then just go look for it yourself. It's not a travel insurance video. You can just look up ChatGPT travel insurance 2025 or whatever. Ninth thing you want to do is set up a routine really fast. So a lot of like digital nomads like me, they have a hard time getting like focused when they go to new places. For me, it's actually become easy. Like I've been in this place for like a day, and like literally the next day, which is like me, like the second day right now, I've been able to log in. I'm recording a bunch of content. I recorded so much footage today, like onboarding footage for my clients, some internal assets for my team, etc. And like I'm able to log in so quickly, maybe because it's a nice place and a nice view, but just be able to log in quickly. You need to find a simple work routine. So find a place that you're going to work at immediately. As soon as you walk through the door and a host brings your suitcase, look at where you're going to work. Like as soon as I walked in here, I was like, okay, I'm working on this desk. My camera's going to be right there. My chair's going to be right here. And this is going to be the background for all my videos. So just make sure you have a simple work routine and just establish that really quickly. Test out the Wi-Fi every single day, like every single like part of the day, just so you can make sure it's working. And find your local cafes, find your local like restaurants, find everything local that you can do, especially if you're gonna stay for longer than like a month, I'd say. 10th thing you want to do is actually back up your files and devices. So what you want to do, if you have a bunch of images or like videos or files that you want saved and you don't have like iCloud, let's say, because I have a MacBook, I can just put iCloud on here from my phone. But if you don't have that, then you can just use Google Drive. It's completely free, but you have only 5 gigabytes and it's pretty cheap after that. But I would just say just get iCloud, to be honest, because it like syncs to other devices. But Google Drive, what works about this is that it works on any device, not just an Apple phone, right? So pretty much just use Google Drive if you want to, and just put all the files in there and it'll pretty much save it up to 5 gigabytes. You could pay a little bit extra for more. It's like 99 cents for a couple more gigabytes or something like that. Then the second thing, of course, is have power banks. These things will save your life. Literally, this thing has saved my life, especially in Bali. Bro, my phone like dying, I think I was literally climbing Mount Batur and my phone was dying, and I think I had one of these and it saved my life, literally. And there is no grabs available. I couldn't grab anywhere because there's no bikes around. It was like literally next to a mountain in the middle of nowhere. I couldn't find a grab motorcycle. I couldn't find a grab car to pick me up. I was literally stuck at a random mountain. And I had to ask some random local. Thankfully, he spoke English. I was like, yo, bro, can you take me somewhere? And he was like, yes, I can take you. And pretty much paid cash. That's why you need cash as well. And this helped me out. So thank goodness for this thing. Just make sure you have a power bank with you at all times. It's small anyway. Just put it in your pocket or something. And always have like eSIMs as well. Like if you don't have an eSIM, but you're traveling, thankfully in Asia, like it's not like the US where they're stingy and they don't want to give you their Wi-Fi or let you use the bathroom. Here you can do that for free. Like they're so nice here. But if you're like in other places where it's hard to do that, they don't give you the public Wi-Fi, you always want to have an eSIM, right? So just make sure you have that eSIM, make sure you have a power bank, and all the other 10 things that I named, make sure you have all those things as well. So hopefully this helped. I only thought about recording this like 10 or 15 minutes. I acted with speed. That's what you need to do if you want to make a ton of money in this world, at least, because everyone who's slow doesn't make much money. And thanks for watching. See you next video. Peace.